Hi guys. So 2.0 is coming out in 12 days, I think. Basically a bit less than 2 weeks. And there's been a lot of characters that are like shown at least on Twitter, I think. They did the drip market of Archeron and Aventurine, which I actually just recently took a look of, and they're really cool, especially Archeron. But yeah, as the free to play player, I feel like this is like really troublesome because all these new characters seem really good. Now first, I'm gonna go in order to the characters that are coming out. So the first one that's probably coming out is Black Swan over here. I don't even know what this event is. It's just some random sellout event, I think. But yeah, Black Swan, Sparkle, Archron, Sam, and Aventurine. I don't think Sam is coming out, at least in the upcoming few patches, but it's shown here, so probably he's coming out. He or she. You know, I've heard news that it might be a she inside the robot, kind of like Samus. That'd be nice. But yeah, Black Swan is gonna be the first to come out in patch 2.0, and then Sparkle. Now, a lot of people seem to be thinking of skipping on both these now that we've seen Archeron and Aventurine, because Black Swan, in the end of the day, if you don't have Kafka, you're really losing out in a lot of team potentials with Black Swan. Although she is still really strong, she is probably gonna be the strongest DOT character, I believe. I've heard that her DOT basically spreads around to all enemies, so she's literally made for pure fiction. And also, all your allies also apply what Black Swan applies, her debuff thing. And also, she just straight up does a lot of damage. That's why she's like, I feel like she's capable of doing more than Kafka and her whole team combined by herself. That's how strong Black Swan is. But I guess that's really just it for her. Now I might just do like a few rolls on her, a few little rolls. You know, if I get lucky, I get her. If I don't, it's whatever. And then after her will be Sparkle. A lot of people say that she's not as good as Bronya. In my opinion, I think she's better than Bronya. And the reason why is because having someone give you 4 skill points is nothing you should underestimate on. I know a lot of people say that they know how good 4 skill points are, but I feel like they forget how much we straight up just need skill points and what it even values to. Because first of all, skill points let you spam your skill, which gives you more energy. So that means she's kind of an energy support if you think about it, because she allows all your characters to spam skills. And what else does she do? She gives you a huge crit buff. It's almost, I think it's as the same value as Bronze's damage buff, except it is more specific. You do need a character that requires crit rate, but I feel like it'll be good. It'll be as strong as Bronze's buff, if not better, I think. But I've heard lots of people say that Bronya is better because 100% advance forward with her skill, while Sparkle on the other hand is 50%. Well, here's the thing though. Whenever I use my Bronya, I always have to manage a normal attack and then use the skill, because if you use the skill straight up, you're kind of not even using the advance forward because your teammate's gonna take the turn anyways. So there's no point of advancing for a teammate when he's just about to take the turn, and that's why I feel like Sparkle is kind of better because you have less of a worry about advancing forward your skills. I mean your characters because it's only 50% advance forward, so you tend to like less worry about that. I guess that doesn't really make sense, but like it just feels better to not have to worry about applying the full value of 100% advance forward, but instead have like 50%, which is already good enough. I feel like if you were to do like an MOC and you need to save like a turn, you could just use that 50%. It'll guarantee you to have your character move in that one turn earlier. So I feel like Sparkle does the trick. I think she does crit damage and she does attack buff on her abilities. I mean, on her bonus abilities. And then what else does she do? She also gives you pure damage buff. I think 6% every time your character uses a skill point, stacking up to 3 times. So 18% of bonus damage. And then your ulti also increases that by 10% per stack. So a total of 16 times 3, I think. Is that how it works? 16 times 3? Or just only. I don't even know how many stacks that you could get. But yeah, it increases by 10%. So 16% per stack. And I think you can stack 3 times, I'm pretty sure. 3 or 2 times. But yeah, it's okay buff. I feel like it doesn't stand a chance against Yorame. I'll be real here, Yorame is definitely gonna be way stronger than Sparkle. If you have Yorame, you're good to go. I guess it's skippable, but in my opinion, Sparkle's definitely better than Bronya. And after Sparkle, I'm guessing will be Archeron. Because it goes in this path, except I don't know why there's Sam here, but let's just say, let's remove that. But yeah, Archeron is coming out, and they even did the drip marketing for her right here. You know, she looks exactly like Seele, except she's way healthier looking. She's taller, she's hotter, she's probably stronger. But yeah, she is lightning Nihility. Now everyone probably is thinking, why is she in Nihility? Well, let's just say she doesn't do DOT. She does. I mean, Nihility means that it's a utility type character. That's what I mean. They sound like utility and Nihility. Yeah. So yeah, she is the utility type DPS. And what you could think of it as, it's like Pela. Pela is Nihility, Walt is Nihility, and they both don't do DOT. And this is what Archon is. Archon, I've heard she has this new mechanic where she doesn't use energy, which sounds insane. People say that's bad. A lot of people actually say that's bad, but I feel like that's not true. She's probably gonna be either the strongest character or at least the top two, right next to Jingliu, or even stronger than Jingliu in my opinion. Most likely stronger than Jingliu. She's probably gonna be the top DPS because of the fact that whenever a game releases a new mechanic, it is most likely gonna be strong. So what she does is just stack her buffs. I think after you get a certain number of stacks, you get to use your ulti, and there's like no energy. And yeah, I can see why people think it's bad because you can't use Ting Yun or Ho Ho to increase the energy, but I feel like that doesn't matter because you could just use the turn advancing characters like Bronya and Sparkle, and not even that. I feel like Yuan speed boost any type of speed or advancing character or make her really powerful and be able to spam her ulti. And you just stack the speed sets, I guess. But yeah, I believe in Archeron. I believe she's probably gonna be the strongest character. So if you want to save, yeah, definitely save for Archeron. Skip Black Swan if you don't have a DOT. A Sparkle is kind of skippable too. I'm planning on skipping on Sparkle just because I saw Archeron. Like this character is like, I mean, she already, you can already tell she's one of the hottest waifus you could get. Probably I mean, I think Black Swan is probably hotter. Like Black Swan probably is the top tier die, and then the Archon's probably gonna be number two, or going May. But yeah, after Archon, it's gonna be Aventurine, which they also drip marketed. It's a guy which I'm not too interested on, but he looks pretty badass. He reminds me of Ezreal from League of Legends. That been there Ezreal skin. Yeah, he reminds me of that. And so he's imaginary, and also he's preservation imaginary. The first thing I think of is why would I roll him when I got Fushuan? Because Fushuan is still the number one character to roll for right now. I think in terms of in the ranks of rolling value, Fushuan is number one, and then Yoromei. Actually, they're on par. I think it depends, because we have so many good supports now. It's like Locha, Ho, Fushuan. So it's like wow, we're like good to go on supports. So yeah, Aventurine preservation. So why would you go for her? I mean him when you got Fushuan. Now I can only think of one reason why I would ever go for Aventurine, and it's if he has ability to remove debuffs. Because right now, every time I do MOC, it seems like I need my Ho, and that's why I love my Ho. She helps with MOC a lot, especially against those damn wenches, those ladies that have a fan. I don't know what they're called, but they just throw a fan at you and they stun you. I think they hit you one time, and as long as they hit you a second time, you're guaranteed to be stunned, and they usually stun two people on your team. So having one debuff remover isn't good enough, and that's why Ho is really powerful. She removes 6 debuffs. But yeah, I think that's the only way Aventurine could stand out against Fushuan, because how can anyone beat Fushuan if she straight up absorbs damage from the full team? Not only that, but she also kind of heals a bit. I mean, she heals herself at least, but her ulti, if you build enough HP, it heals like at least 1/6 of your HP bar, which is, I feel like it's good enough. But yeah, Aventurine definitely needs to be able to apply the same amount of shield as Japard or more. And I have a feeling if they want to beat Fushuan, they're gonna have those shields give you like an anti debuff. Like as long as you have a shield on, you have like an anti debuff prevention all the time. As long as you have the shield, I feel like that will probably have to be the best play that Venturine will have to take. But maybe there's something else that I can't think of. But yeah, after Venturine, I'm guessing Sam's probably gonna come out after Venturine. The robot suit guy or girl. Now I've heard that he is destruction fire, and that's already a good sign because destruction OP path fire. We need a lot of fire. Like every time we do MLC, it seems like we're always missing out on a fire character, even though we do have Topaz. There is Himiko, but I don't think I'm gonna use a Himiko in MLC other than pure fiction. But yeah, we definitely need a fire destruction character. It sounds so good. Like destruction sounds like it's fire, so it's like built for each other. So I can't wait for Sam. I'm definitely gonna roll for him if he comes out. He or she comes out. I've also heard that it's kind of gonna be like Blade. I think. Apparently, he or she somehow does more damage based on the amount of HP they lose, or damage buff gains based on HP, kind of like Arlon and Blade and stuff like that. But that sounds good, right? Usually losing HP is a good sign, except for Arlon. But yeah, I think that's really just it for all the characters. I don't know what else they have. It's really just these 5 characters. Yeah, Black Swan, Sparkle, and then Archeron, and then Aventurine, and then possibly Sam, which I'm the most excited for. And for Penacony, I'm excited for Penacony too. I've heard only good things about Penacony. It's a really weird looking land because it has the those 1900s cartoons theme to it, where it has the clocky guy and the Hanu guy. If you guys seen the trailer, but yeah, it's really interesting, and I think the puzzles would be really nice, and probably a lot of people enjoy it. I think that's it to the upcoming patches. I hope there's more to learn about the new characters, or like Sam or something, because I think Sam is the most important character I'm rolling for. But yeah, bye.